listening to. This is the P-Town Weekend, the Weekend Review.
So welcome to this week's Weekend Review.
This week we're headed to Park City, Utah.
And this is going to be a part one of a series of videos detailing this trip. So this first video here is just going to be about our arrival, our flight in, our first hotel, and also in this episode will be details on our first ride, which was at
Round Valley Trails.
And this was described to us as their kind of after work loop. So it was a easier type of place to ride, not much elevation compared to the riding that we'll do the rest of the week.
Mm-hmm.
So just a quick one, just to intro the series. Enjoy. So we started off our trip boarding a plane at Philly and prepped for a 5:30 departure. But a storm came through and ruined those plans, so we were delayed an hour. Not a big deal, because after the wait the skies were clear and we had a nice flight all the way to Utah.
There we are.
And here we were above Colorado, right above Boulder, so we said hi to Ryan Doozer. And our pilot made up time, and he got us into this final bank turn into Salt Lake City, only 15 minutes behind schedule. Once we got to the airport, picked up our rental car, which turned into a rental truck, and then we made our way to the place we were staying in Salt Lake City just for tonight, before our place was ready for us on Saturday in Park City.
TV in the bedroom or TV in the living room.
Found Red Rock Brewing Company quick for dinner and a drink. Then we woke up in the morning to potatoes. Had one of the best hotel breakfasts we ever had. And then we started making our way to Contender Bike Shop to pick up our rentals. And man, did they have the bikes to ogle over. Once we realized our rental bikes were actually at the Park City store, we then drove there, picked up the rentals, and headed right to Round Valley Trails to do a quick ride since it was still before 4 o'clock, which is when our room was ready. And this place was a great introduction to Utah. The climbs weren't too fierce, but it gave us an idea of what we were getting into as far as the sunlight exposure due to lack of trees, which we really weren't used to at all. So we had to get used to that and a little bit of getting used to the elevation. finished off the 10-mile loop and then headed to our room, which is at the Miners Club here at Wyndham, which is right at the Canyons Village area of Park City. And this place is going to be good to us this week. It's about as big as a house, 3 bedrooms, 3 baths, living room, full kitchen. It's going to be nice, even a bike room. And we have a little veranda for a morning coffee, looking at the ski resort mountains and the ski lift in the background. But very quickly, we had to adjust and turn this into a cycling house. So step 1, put GoPro stuff everywhere. Step 2, lay out the maps on the kitchen island. Step 3, hang dirty cycling clothes in any closet you could find. Fill the sink with water bottles. Buy a beer. Put empty boxes of beer on the mantle. And put out the cycling mags. Mags, mags, mags. The next morning, woke up early, had a nice breakfast, and then went out for our second big ride. But that's it for this week. Just a quick intro to the trip. Like I said, the video series will pick up with our trip the next morning, in which we went over to the Glen Wild Trails across 80, and we did a nice ride over there with some crazy awesome views. So that video will be up next week. We'll see you then.
This is the P-Town Weekend, the Weekend Review.